Good morning, everyone. It's 7:27 in the morning. I'm all right, pretty much. I mean, besides fighting off death and all, I'm okay. Fighting off death just fine today. Had a great day yesterday. I got videos to put up here that I've been trying to upload about what's been going on. Because a lot has been going on. I mean, saving a elderly woman from a dog attack, from being killed, and me probably being killed too. Coming out on top, scaring the living crap out of those dogs, and then creating a safer neighborhood for all, in oneness, in love, instead of blaming and, name calling and blaming and arguing and all that other stuff and all that crap and pointing fingers, just making a safer neighborhood. No matter if the people don't understand that they're not making it safe or not, just make it safe regardless. And if they don't accept any responsibility for their dogs attacking 8 different people, and then they don't know what they don't know, right? They weren't raised the same way I was, because that's wrong. And apparently they think that they're victims when they're victimizing the whole neighborhood. So it's just a crazy thought pattern that I have to accept, because they don't know any different. They don't know any better. They don't know what they don't know. That's apparently what they were taught, how they were raised. That's the morals and values they possess. I can't sit there and change them. Only me and how I deal with them. And that's love. Cindy was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm being like Christ. What are you talking about? She's like, "You're supposed to be angry and hating them." I'm, no. I love everyone. I want everybody to get along. I'm not choosing sides here. There's no sides to be chosen. There's only one side. The human side, man. So, bringing people together and solving problems and issues and stuff like that is the name of the game, in peace and in love. In peace and in love, like, in caring for one another. Not in, fear and resentment and fear-mongering and gaslighting. Oh boy, gaslighting's a lot of fun, isn't it? Holy crap. We learned a whole lot about lying since, 2024, was it? 2020? I don't know, man. We learned a lot about, people lying and getting away with it until it's just like the lies of the truth, which is insane, which they said would happen. But there's a lot of people that just a heck of a lot more people that just will not accept a lie, and then a heck of a lot more people are waking up to that truth, and there's nothing they can do about waking up to the truth and then setting oneself free from that existence of slavery, basically. I'm just saying, in short, be your own boss, okay? Don't pay into somebody else's yacht by working for somebody other than yourself. Don't pay rent into somebody else's yacht. Pay your mortgage into the house that you own, or the property that you own, or the land that you own. Not that somebody else's own. That's the mind shift you got to go through. You don't need somebody else to own something for you to rent it from. You can own it yourself, and you can rent it to somebody else. I don't know, but you don't have to, be on this, just getting by through life mode and, living paycheck to paycheck and stuff. I know all that. I know this very well, man. I know food stamps very well. I know disability very well. I know the money you get from the government you can't live off of at all, and then they want to take it from you when you can't even live off of it anyway. They want to take more. They want to take it more. They want to take it away. Like what? Then what are you gonna do with a bunch of people like, wow, it's just incredible. Like the problem solving up on the top is just like ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like a classroom of kindergartners could do better than Congress. I promise you. And you know that's true, man. Oh boy. Sorry, I don't get into politics a lot. I'm sorry, I try not to, but it's just so simple. It's just all the problems, the solutions to these problems are so simple. Honesty, transparency, liberty and justice for all. Amen! Equal pay for equal sweat. I don't care what color you are, what race you are, what, sex you are. Equal pay for equal sweat, man. Man. And then if you're not sweating, you're getting paid, I don't know, and you're just collecting money from other people, I don't know, whatever, man. But there's a lot of families out there own a lot of stuff a long time ago, and they own a lot of things. They don't do anything but own a lot of stuff and just try to manipulate the population to continue to own everything. So, and then we're waking up to that fact, and then they're all getting freaked out, like, oh gosh, they're waking up to that fact. And I'm telling you, they use all kinds of mind control shit. Holy cow, to get us to be subservient and not wake up to the truth. They use it since the beginning. In the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, to get people to get in there and like paint watch faces with glow in the dark nuclear paint that you lick with your tongue and get the brush just right so you're glowing and you die. Like, come on, man. For what? A watch that you can see at night, like back in, wow. Safety for others is just been out the window, and that's what I've been dealing with. Like I had to deal with, and I stayed out of the situation. Everybody else in the neighborhood was in this situation, and God physically made me jump physically into this situation, physically jump into the situation, and physically take care of the situation. Not just emotionally, mentally, verbally, but physically. Like. So that's good. It's taken care of. I'm learning a lot. Like when I get involved in certain things, I'm trying to stay out of it, and it's all wrong, and I'm like, I got other things to do. I got other things to worry about and think about and focus on. I don't need to be focused on wrong people and wrong things, right? Like, no, that's not my thing. I don't get on my phone and scroll to look for wrong people and wrong, conspiracy theories and what's wrong with the world and people. I use this thing as a tool. I just use it to meditate actually for 30 minutes, set my mind free, and get into this state of creativity and abundance, and become a beacon of abundance and creativity and freedom for myself, financially, and others that I love, and to become that and become that beacon, draw that to me, and vibrate at that frequency, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what using this as a tool, not as a hindrance or something that I'm addicted to, something that minds or dulls or my brain, something that excites it, that teaches it. Like YouTube school is amazing. Like I learned so much. Anything you can get all information right there at your fingertips. We don't need to go to school anymore. You just hand you this little box thing here and just go to town, with some instructions on, right way, good morals, right? Good character, good, I always say moral character is everything in being a leader, especially being a leader. Moral character is everything, and especially with dealing with these little black boxes that we deal with, moral character. So you're flying around with that thing, use it as a tool. Boy, it's pretty amazing, because we are meant to communicate, and I believe freely, and without moving our lips. Think about that a couple of times. Speaking without moving your lips. That would put phone companies right out of business, right? If we could just sit there and telepathically talk to each other quickly through vast, through around the world, like in a millisecond. That is the reality. Sure, you could do it on the phone or anything like that, or dial it up, even if you want to. You can do it on a ham radio, but you can also use mine. You can use what you're already given. Not have to speak one different language. Not have to learn the language at all. Just talk to that person from that other side of the world without even moving your lips. Imagine that, huh? Yep. Communication. It's a really important thing, So we get if you're good and you're good at it, you get communications from your higher self or from higher sources of energy out there. We say God, right? Angels, right? Whatever you believe in or not, universe, right? So we channel that into us, and then we make things like this, or we make things like this, I don't know. For me, it's creativity. It's like making a little, you want a little orange juice this morning? You get it? A little orange juice? That's the life I'm living and want to live for the rest of my life. I just want to wake up in my cabana, in our cabana, Cindy's cabana, and then kind of roll out onto the beach, the tropical beach, and just kind of meditate right there at the water's edge under, some palm trees, and start my morning that way, and with some, fresh squeezed orange juice or whatever fruit is at hand, and start an incredible, natural, amazing day, at the water's edge on a, tropical island, or one of many of our properties, waking up at one of our cabins in the woods, on a lake or a pond, going out to the dock, and then meditating in the morning before I start my day, with gratitude being probably number one. Like, holy cow, I'm so grateful to have all these properties, be able to get on my private Learjet and go from property to property, and run my business all over the world, maintain my trademark, maintain my, that's what it's all about, maintaining my business and my trademark, all these things, maintain, my vision and what I stand for and what I believe in, and then also give lectures and lecture series on the formula of success and breaking free from the mundane living, 9 to 5, or not even being able to work at all, being disabled, or laid off, or jobless, unemployed, from going from unemployed to being at least a millionaire. I have that formula, for sure, and more. I'd like to give that out in like seminars. I like to go around and give seminars and stuff, and TED Talk for sure is coming eventually. 3 books about my life for sure is coming, because there's a whole lot of stories and history and stuff that I don't talk about at all on here. That is just too explosive, too incredible, just too much. Yeah, so I'm going to put it in a book, in 3 books actually. So that's what was suggested to me in my early 20s, and now I'm 53, so you can imagine those 3 books, I guess, are going to be a little thicker than they were back then. Because they said back then I couldn't have a book, just one book. It was too much information. Even in my early 20s, it was too much information about my life. So now it's twice as long, and now there's twice as much information, twice as much experiences, unbelievable things, and that need to be written about, and people need to read them, and they're entertaining, they're educational, mind-blowing, mind-altering, my life, the stories, my life. There's huge lessons to be learned, gigantic, amazing, awesome lessons to be learned from my life stories and situations, and just a gift of love to be given to the world for my life, which was a gift given to me by my Creator, and then just did the best I could with it when it was absolutely crap, and just made it into something beautiful, turned it around, made it a success, created that formula, market that formula, mind you, for free, and just sell my my artwork, which is growing every day, growing every single day. And I'm going to continue to grow every day. I'm going to continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and do more and more and more and more. And crazy techniques and ideas are coming to me. Just I know where they're coming from. I purposely create a space in between awake and asleep, where that creativity lies. Tap into that space, that energy, and then all of a sudden, all kinds of ideas come. And then at some points, like this week, I actually had to get out of bed. I'm just absolutely exhausted, sick as a dog and everything. I had to get out of bed, get back down here in the shop, and start trying out 2 ideas I just came to me in, like, right before I fell asleep. It's late, I'm tired, I should be sleeping. I was in insane pain, just need to be, laying flat and with heating pads on and, repairing myself and stuff. But no, I'm up, experimenting on these ideas that I got in my head, 2 of them that came to me. I don't know if I have them down here. No, I don't. Do I? No, I think they're upstairs. Anyways, I'll get them. But they were 2 different ways. One was a way of coloring my pieces, which is just absolutely incredible. Holy macaroni, wait until I think I showed you, but I'll show you again. And then just amazing. That puts a whole nother twist on things, of everything. Like, I'm just like, whoa, this is mind-blowing. When I can do something, create something that nobody can figure out what the heck, how I did it, and then make it look like some alien came down to Earth and made it and then took off in his spaceship, that's what I'm making, man. And that's exactly how I wanted to make it, because people out there, like, big gigantic conglomerate companies, billion dollar companies, are looking for the little guy's ideas, to steal and then produce them for cheap, for a couple of bucks. Well, I'm an artist, and I'm backed by my trademark, my, what I'm worth. So everything's going to be numbered. I've got some stamps I'm going to heat up, and I'm going to be pressing in all these things with my stamp and a number, but so that it, just in case they do get duplicated and replicated and stolen, that people can find the real ones, instead of the fake. Because I don't know. Hopefully, I pray to God and to the universe, everything, that nobody steals my ideas. But that's all that's ever happened since I was a kid. People stealing my ideas, riding my coattails. Holy cow, man. So many people riding my coattails. like trying, what's Chris doing? What's he doing? I'm gonna do what he's doing. I'm gonna steal his idea. I'm gonna do what he's doing. I'm gonna always try and steal my. And they don't have the ability. They don't have that one certain ability at all to make it just right, perfect. They never will. So they're always gonna try to steal my stuff. Like just build up your own creativity and stuff, and don't steal mine. So anyways, I'm trying to make things, or I am making things. God, the universe is allowing me to make things that are not easily replicated at all. At all. A couple of things I do, I know people can't figure out how I do it. I know it. So that's cool, and then what it comes out to look like is just absolutely stunning. I mean, let's see. Let me show you an example. Right when I want to show you something, it really disappears. Come on. Where's the top to you? You try. No, can't find it. Oh well. Here's the side of it though. I was trying to find the top to this thing. But you see that in there? You see the purple? Yeah, and then it's clear, right? No bubbles. No bubbles. Bubbles are our enemies, man. Clear. No bubbles. Beautiful, right? See how that's floating in? Yo, dude. Yeah. See? Yeah. So, doing some stuff that is a little extraordinary, even for me. And then there's much more. So I'm really happy about that, because that's always a problem. Big companies stealing little guys' ideas, and then selling them for a couple of bucks, and then what you are selling loses value. But guess what? I'm an artist, and once I start stamping these suckers, they're going to be worth exactly what I say they're worth, because I am worth it. And I'm going to get what I ask for, and no matter if some other country stole my idea and is cranking out hundreds of thousands of them a day, I don't care. People are going to still want the original ones with the numbers and my stamp on them. So that's how it's going to be. You know how it is, man. It's just how world works. People out there just trying to, that's how nature works too. Sometimes animals and creatures out there just waiting to steal. Like what? Grackles, man, I freaking dislike grackles like a lot, because what they do is go around and kick out the eggs of other birds' nests, lay their eggs in that nest, and then have that other bird sit on their eggs as they go around partying, doing whatever the hell they're doing, squawking, making hell of a lot of noise, waking us all up. It's not a pretty noise. It's not a pretty song. It's a oh boy, that's really pretty. Wow, God. Yeah, grackle. That's really pretty. I love hearing that shit. My God, grackles. Whoa. Kicking out eggs of somebody else's another species of bird, and then laying their eggs in their nest, and then leaving, and then having that species of bird raise their that's just incredible, man. Like, and I can hear them right now, just out there. They're little bandits, little thieves and homewreckers. They're homewrecker birds, man. And then they come and they just eat all the food. Like, I put food out there for the little guys and everybody else, and the exotics and everything. And also I got a bunch of grackles out there, And I get out there and they're scared of me. They see me and fly away. They know, this guy, he don't like us because, we steal everything and don't care about life. Anyways, all right. Enough of Grackles. I don't even, what the heck am I talking about? Grackles? Well, I guess you get to learn a little more about me and about Grackles. You know, what they do. They kick out birds' eggs, man. It's insane. Nature. Some stuff is just like, what? When I heard like dolphins like kidnap other dolphins, man, I was like, what the hell? And yep, sure as shit. Now, a bunch of male dolphins go into another pod of dolphins and kidnap a couple of females or whoever they can kidnap and bring them back to their own pod and keep them, basically arrested or whatever, contained. What? Dolphins kidnapping other dolphins? Like, that's just what? Why? What the heck? Anyways, there's a lot of wild stuff going on out there, and my life is just getting wilder and wilder, and more successful and more successful, and it's just gonna continue to be more successful and more successful because I'm working really, really, really hard on myself. As doctors are telling me that I'm physically dying, man, that's a good kick in the pants to get yourself going, man. Make your life matter, right? Listen to a guy that's being told he's dying, doesn't have much time to live, and see what he talks about and what he does. Me, I'm talking about. Not just anybody, because I want to make my life matter, and I got people that I love like beyond belief, with more than life itself. My son, Cindy, her girls, my family, my friends. I would just, do anything and everything for her. And I will. So I don't know, it just means a lot to me, support and friendship, bringing people together so people don't feel alone. I've felt alone for so long, and depressed and sadness, and things were just not working out, unlucky, just one bad thing after another. I just couldn't catch a break. It just took meditation, sitting down in the middle of the storm and getting in the middle of it where it's peaceful, and then meditating and seeing a different outcome, and just continuing to see that different outcome no matter how bad I felt, how bad the situation was, and what was going on. Just do this every day, twice a day or 3 times a day. Eat right, try to just take care of myself, and pass along this information to others, because I love, because I am love. And when I find something that's good, that works for me, I want to share it with people because I care and I love you guys, and I want you guys immediately, if I find out something good, and I don't want to hide it, keep it a secret, or then package it and then sell it to you for a price. I want to give it to you for free as soon as I freaking find out about it. Yeah, you're not my grift. I'm not making money off you. This world and the people that are being taken by just grifters, by ordinary grifters. Taken. Millions of people taken by just ordinary lying grifters, con artists, con men and women. Just wow. Getting money out of people by any means necessary. Poor me. They said that. Give me the war. We're gonna get by. Fear this, fear that. It's just insane. No. Lead yourself. Lead your family. Lead yourself and lead your family, man. Rise up. Follow your bliss, do your thing. The only way you can be free, man, is work for yourself. Make your own stuff. Follow, do what you love. And like I said, my grandfather always told me, if you find the right job, you'll never work a day in your life. Do that. Have fun, play, be happy every day, today especially, if you can, in some way or another. And I'm okay. Obviously, right? I'm going to take it. I realize that I might not be okay today. I might not be okay tomorrow, right? I might not be okay for the rest of the week. These things happen. We know this. But today, which I live in, and I only have, I'm going to do the best I can with it. Carpe diem. I suggest you do the same. I love you guys. Bridge the gap. Get in touch with me. Reach out to me, man. If you don't hear from me, reach out to me, and then I'll catch up to you. Okay? Things are getting real hectic and real busy. So along with my physical being, on palliative care, homebound, headed to hospice care, in the middle of all that, I'm really, really busy. Unbelievable, right? At least I don't know. At least I'm able to be busy as much as I can. It's a slow busy, right? Slow and sure. I'm not running any races or anything. That's for sure. But slow and steady wins the race, and that's absolutely a fact. So okay. I love you guys. I'm gonna go. Of course, be praying for you guys today, as I've already done, and I do. That your paths remain straight for you and your loved ones. All obstacles are taken away, and that you get what you want, get what you deserve. The greatest life you can offer. Because we're only here for a short while, and the present is a present. So stay in it and enjoy that present. That's where all possibilities exist, and then work those possibilities. Freedom and justice and liberty for all. Liberty, freedom, justice for all. Amen. All right, guys. Enough all. I'll talk to you in a little. Well, I'll catch up with you tonight and let you know how things are going. And I got a lot of work to do, cleaning and organizing and then creating. So, all right. I love you guys. Peace.